I heard Marty mention your name. That's good. I still don't even have it here. Karen who? People want to know.
I hope they do know.
Karen Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. Et maintenant, on cédera la parole à notre candidat pour Moncton Est. Ladies and gentlemen, your candidate for Moncton East, Marty Kingston.
Everybody. All right. Oh boy. A hockey game's going to break out here very soon. Thank you from the fond de mon cœur, the bottom of my heart. This is humbling. It's I didn't think I'd have butterflies today, but they've just recently crept in. So thank you, John. 55 years. Brother I never had as well, by the way. I have sisters, older, and scars to prove it. Welcome again, my loving family. Phyllis is here, my sons Alex and Patrick. Welcome, guys. Thank you very much. Great support. Merci, Phyllis. The rock of the family. We picked this beautiful place as a symbol of hope for the nomination. For those of you who don't know the history, it was going to close when the new Four Ice Center came 15 years ago. A group of concerned people led by Chris Butler, Shelley Key, Bill Hennessy, Tim Skinner, Sean Crosman, working with then Premier Bernard Lord, and Moncton Mayor Lord Minton, rallied to build what's become a model of community centers around the province. Norm Crossman was a former mayor of Louisville and Ward 1 councillor in Moncton, dedicating his life to public service for 41 years. Harold Kay was a former Louisville deputy mayor and village administrator, and he worked hard to make sure the youth had a place to go and spend their recreational time. So both men are honored for the naming of this center, in case you were wondering on the background. On est fiers d'avoir la mise en candidature ici à l'Arena Kay et Centre communautaire Crossman, avec beaucoup de travail, dirigé par notre maire Lord Minton, Bernard Lord dans le temps, et les autres mentionnés, ce projet a été réalisé. Gros merci, job well done. Thank you very much. I'm not done, by the way. That was just a little background. Thank you. I coached in this building for 7 years, Patrick, from the age of 7 to 14. And like every minor hockey coach, there was a shelf life. At 14, Pat said, "Dad, you don't have to coach me anymore." I said, "Thank you, Pat. I was traveling anyway. It was time." But great times here in the K Arena. Moncton East, a very dynamic riding, which I'm very happy to represent, in case you don't know, because they made up the boundaries a couple of years ago. It's Irishtown and then some, all the way to Lakeville, Lakeside. That would include Scotch Settlement Road, Cape Breton Road, a lot of rural areas, beaucoup bilingues, par exemple, dans ces endroits-là, dans les endroits ruraux pour l'Est de Moncton. Brian Dunning and I took the 3-hour tour. We did the Gilligan's Island tour 2 weeks ago to finally get the dimensions of the riding. Thank you, Brian, for that. It was an eye-opener as well, with a nice stop at Kodiak Printing as well. I will say that. 12 to 13,000 people in the riding, and I'm very humbled and honored to represent the riding. You know, Team Higgs is much like a hockey team. Blaine is a former goaltender. Blaine is our outstanding head coach. Blaine is very clear on the pregame talk. We all understand what he means, what he wants from us, and where we are going. Number of all-star players already on the team. Many are here tonight. Our great MLAs in Bruce Fitch, Sherry Wilson, Gary Crossman, Ernie Steves, Bill Oliver. They are your conservative MLAs, and they've been holding this out-of-control Brian Gallant government accountable for the many, many gaps since year one. Now, I have new teammates and friends that are bolstering Team Équipe Higgs and have been drafted. Mes nouveaux coéquipiers qui ont été repêchés par l'équipe Higgs. Our scouting department, outstanding. You're in the Hall of Fame, gentlemen, for a great selection. We have Moira Murphy, Claudette Boudreau-Turner, Mike Holland, Pierre Bryan, Marcel Doiron, Paulin Blaise, Ricky Gautreau, Robert Gauvin, Étienne Godet. Étienne, we salute you for your military service and your duty to this country. A big hand, folks, for Étienne Godet. Remember Buck Tantramar next week. Now, our opponent in this big one-game showdown on September 24th is running scared. The attack ads on Blaine Higgs have begun. And let me say this from the bottom of my heart. Mr. Premier, you should be ashamed of yourself. Remember when your parents told you that as a child? That stung, that hit home, and the attack ads cannot be tolerated, and they're certainly not going very far with the citizens of New Brunswick. Is this all that Premier Gallant has, folks? I ask you. Heaven forbid he would run on his record. And what is that record, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked that. But our leader, Blaine Higgs, it's a long list I made here. Blaine will touch on that a little bit later when he comes up. Now, the Brian Gallant team, the players don't like their coach very much. There is dissension in the ranks in certain ridings. There is rancor. And that's not Rene Rancourt who sings the anthem for the Boston Bruins. Now, that Gallant team is not getting along. It's what we call a toxic dressing room. And as all you hockey players in the room here tonight know, when you lose the room, you lose the game. You lose the season, and you lose the election. It's as simple as that. C'est une équipe brisée, mesdames et messieurs. Merci. C'est une équipe brisée. C'est une équipe qui chicane. As we say en bon chiac, ça ne fonctionne pas et ça ne fonctionne plus. Now, our leader, Blaine Higgs, has credibility and has stepped forth on a number of issues that'll benefit the province. Not popular politically, but is the right thing to do. Shale gas, natural gas development in areas that favor it. Carbon tax proposed by the federal government. Not on my watch, said Coach Higgs. And he has other like-minded provinces on board. Energy East pipeline. No support from this premier. Let it die. Not a peep on those issues. He's not fighting for the province. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, he wants the re-election, but at what cost? À quel prix, mesdames et messieurs, à l'automne? So the future of our province is extremely important. Our motto as progressive conservatives, which I'm very proud of, is we can do better, on peut faire mieux. J'aimerais faire partie de l'équipe Blaine Higgs à Fredericton, la province numéro 1, et les politiques numéro 2. Now, like Blaine, I was born here in Moncton in New Brunswick. Except for a few years away in Halifax and Toronto, I chose to come home to start and raise a family. I've also been downsized and laid off a couple of times in my life. Many in the room perhaps can attest to that. And that's understanding firsthand the pressure and the uncertainty that brings. But you dust off your boots and you move on and you continue along. And that's where we are today. I want to be your Moncton East MLA for the right reason, to make life better for all of us in Moncton East. I'm offering primarily because of Mr. Blaine Higgs and his message of the province first and the politics second. Now, our valued seniors are the foundation of our communities. We have to pay special attention to their needs. Our parents and grandparents are the people who have built New Brunswick into what it is today. Nos parents, nos grands-parents qui nous ont guidés. On va sincèrement répondre à leurs besoins avec un gouvernement Blaine Higgs. I also want to work with my fellow Moncton area MLAs and local councillors to ensure Greater Moncton continues to be a leader in sport tourism, with the goal of attracting regional, national, and international sporting events. Je vais poursuivre avec mes collègues municipaux et provinciaux que Grand Moncton et les événements nationaux et internationaux, sportifs et culturels. Moncton is becoming more multicultural. Let's continue our efforts there to attract new Monctonians and new friends. Important que la diversité multiculturelle continue à développer dans Moncton Est et Grand Moncton. Je suis fier d'être bilingue. Et comme représentant à Fredericton, je serai disponible pour répondre à vos questions et à vos besoins 24/7. It's a bilingual riding, as you know. I'm very proud to be a bilingual Monctonian. And again, asked by many to run for the job of MLA is very, very humbling. I think my experience in media, business, and community service has taught me how to get things done in Fredericton. I have a lifetime of connecting and working with people, listening to people, respecting people and their opinions. And I'm trying to help people. That is my DNA, ladies and gentlemen. Mon seul but est d'assister les personnes à améliorer la vie et les conditions économiques et sociaux. I'm often asked, qui est notre représentant dans Moncton Est? The incumbent does not live in the riding and still runs a business. In contrast, I will be your full-time MLA. I live in the riding. I know that's important. Thank you. Now, when asked by anyone, who is the MLA for Moncton East, please say, and please promise me this, we can say it together, I don't know, but it's going to be Marty Kingston. Can we do this once for the crowd? 1, 2, 3. I don't know, but it's going to be Marty Kingston. Thank you. Pour terminer, j'accepte humblement votre nomination ce soir pour être le candidat progressiste conservateur dans Moncton Est pour l'élection le 24 septembre. In closing, I humbly and gladly accept your nomination to be the progressive conservative candidate in Moncton East for the election of September 24th. Team Higgs, a fantastic team, Team Blue. Thank you, Blaine. Merci beaucoup, mesdames et messieurs. Thank you very much.
There's another Stanley Cup winner right there. Donc, nous déclarons donc notre candidat Marty Kingston par acclamation dans Moncton-Est en vue des élections provinciales du 24 septembre prochain. Nous vous souhaitons bonne chance et nous vous promettons notre support tout au long de la campagne, Marty. Our candidate, Marty Kingston, now elected by acclamation for Moncton East for the September 24th provincial election. We wish you a good campaign, Marty, and assure you our support all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, before we present our next guest,